Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Angels of the Anunnaki 444. If you're new to my channel, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, read my legal disclaimer. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Excuse me. Mostly people who are watching me are people who are familiar with my work, or they're checking in to see if their spell work is working right. Or they're trying to see if I'm still alive. No, I haven't lost my gifts. All right. I've just pulled back from sharing them and using them to help people because I still haven't been paid what I'm due, what I'm owed. You know, all this confusion, all these lies, the slander, the doctored photos, fake and false evidence, forged signatures. Everything has been done to try and affect my stability, my foundation. All right. So I've just pulled back assisting the collective, right? I'm just doing readings, but I'm not helping anyone until I get paid what I'm owed, what I'm due. Okay? The overall energy is the wheel of fortune, okay? With luck and life cycles and major karmic events, okay? So you're someone who is chosen. You're someone who is blessed. Whatever you've endured, whatever you've been through, whatever situation that you've overcome, whatever challenges, all right, that you have been through, all right, you have been granted the wheel of fortune, the B, okay? Luck, favor, blessings to be able to overcome and manage, all right, through any major karmic event, okay? Your current energy is the Empress. So I'm talking to an Empress, okay? You're someone who is abundant, you're creative, and you're fertile, okay? You could have children or you may not have children, okay? Past energy is 3 of Cups, celebration, okay? Soul group and time to focus. The energy moving forward is the 7 of Wands with the gorilla. So you may be celebrating, or it looks like in the past, somebody is recently celebrating, okay? Or this could also represent your ancestors, all right? There's a group dynamic here, okay, that's having a discussion about avoiding conflict and using discretion, all right? So there's someone here, all right? You may be the topic of discussion, or you have a group of people discussing, all right, Mary Jane, okay? How it can create conflict, all right? And it's best to use discretion if you do use it, right? This is what's hidden, okay? This is the lunar energy talks about listening to your intuition. It also speaks about things that are hidden, okay? So the conflict is about, for some of you, okay, you may have been facing the same conflict, all right? People trying to frame you or set you up or scapegoat you, okay? Or make you look bad or make you appear or you know, create illusions or false narratives around, okay? So you're being guided to use discretion, especially if you are a part of a group, okay? If you are a part of a group and you use MJ, all right? Your ancestors are encouraging you to be discreet, okay? Smoke it in your car, smoke it elsewhere. Don't sit up around people who you think are your friends and smoke, all right? Because the very people you up there hanging around with, joking with, laughing with, they'll turn around and be your enemies, okay? You're also the topic. There's also some sort of discussion here about you being a zebra, okay? So spiritual symmetry. So there could be something very distinct. Your features, okay? Earlier when I was outside grounding, I heard somebody say hybrid, okay? So you may be someone who is a hybrid, right? But there's something very distinct about you, and you come to a place of self-acceptance, right? After being tricked by a Knight of Cups, right? You've come to a place of healing. It looks like you've come to a place of healing. You've come to a place of self-acceptance. You've come to a place of love, right? Leaning on your own understanding. Somebody who's a part of a group, there's a trickster involved. There's a trickster involved in a group, okay? This could be someone that you have a lot of fun with, okay? This could be somebody you have a crush on, all right? But you need to be mindful, and the reason why is because there are tricksters, okay, who sit up and pretend to be your friend, all right? But in hindsight, they are waiting to, all right, knock you off your pedestal, knock you out, knock your foundation, knock your feet from underneath you. Okay, so that's why Spirit is saying it's important, all right, to use discretion, especially if you have certain things that you partake in. Don't do them around people who you think are your friends, because somebody is sitting up in a group that's a trickster. But you're the star. You're the star, Empress. You're coming out as a star. You're healing, okay? You are receiving gifts from the Great Spirit, okay? You've healed from something. You've healed from a trickster spirit, okay? You come to a place of self-acceptance, or you're coming to a place of self-acceptance. You're also someone who is a giver, right? The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, because there was a lot of people who may have set up and slandered and gossiped and spread a lot of rumors in an industry, all right? But with the prairie dog energy, you're healing from this gossip, you're healing from the slander, you're healing from the lies, you're healing from a group of people that you used to celebrate with, okay? Now, this is also, I'm not going to lie, this is also my story, right? But I know that often we are mirrors. We're mirrors of each other. So I know there's someone in the collective who's watching my story. You may also have went through the same situation, right? Where you got, I don't know why I just heard just hilarious. Where somebody tried to stab you in the back or tennis sword you or create conflict for you, okay? Because you were a part of some group. Somebody's curious about you, okay, Empress? Somebody is curious. Somebody's been investigating or fact-finding. They're curious about your tribe or your stability. They're curious about your tribe. They're curious about your stability. They've been investigating you. So there is someone, Empress, in an industry that has been, investigating you, okay? Asking questions about your tribe, your culture, your history, your past, your money, okay? The loss that you experienced. All right. Somebody may have thought that for some of you, you may have lost opportunities. You may have lost, things behind this gossip, this slander, this rumor, right? You lost family members. You lost friends, right? Because of the lies, the slander, the gossip, the rumors. And this loss may have put you in some sort of mental anguish, all right? Your shadow side, right? And it forced you to confront your shadow side. But Empress, it tells me you're sitting in this Wheel of Fortune in Empress, so it tells me that you overcame whatever this is, or you have the ability to overcome this 5 of Cups, 9 of Swords, okay? So this group caused a lot of conflict cause a lot of problems, cause a lot of issues, right? That you used to celebrate with or you used to be a part of, okay? And for whatever reason, they turned on you, okay? Maybe they didn't like the direction that you were going in or that you were excelling past them. Whatever the case may be, okay? But you're healing. And the reason why I say you're healing is because you have the Ace of Pentacles followed by the Page of Wands, okay? So defending your gifts, defending your Ace of Pentacles, right? You have prosperity coming in, okay? Because you're someone you're a free spirit. You have a lot of new ideas, and it's attracting an Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity, some sort of prosperity. This is one of the reasons why you are receiving this Ace of Pentacles, why you are having this new beginning, okay? Is because this group of people set up and caused conflict for you, all right? They cause major loss in your life, and they put you and they tried to create a nightmare for you, okay? Because of your gifts, because of your talent, because of your insight. They wanted you to miss some sort of opportunity, okay? And this is why they wanted you to self-sabotage. They tried to get you to self-sabotage, all right? But I see with the gorilla spirit, all right, you are defending yourself. You're standing your ground, all right? You're blocking out. They tried to block your gifts. They tried to block your new ideas. They tried to block opportunities, okay, for you, Empress. All right. They wanted you to self-sabotage. You could be someone who rises or the spirit wakes you up between 3 and 5. All right. But 3, you're waiting on your ships to come in. All right. You have the gift of foresight. This is why you're able to stand your crown and defend your position, all right? Because you are someone who is maybe an early riser, like myself, okay? You don't need an alarm clock. You have an internal alarm that wakes you up. And so you have some sort of foresight that enables you, okay, or helps you to prepare or deal with certain issues that may arise in the future. This is why the Wheel of Fortune is always in your favor, because you have foresight. You see things before they happen, or you're given a glimpse, okay, into things that may possibly happen, okay? And you're able to prepare for them or get ready for them, okay? This is why this is an Empress, okay? Whoever I'm talking to, you are the Empress with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Blessed, favored, loved by the divine, loved by your ancestral team, protected, all right, as well. Please don't start scratching on my door. Y'all just came from inside. That's why I took y'all outdoors, so that when it came time for me to do this reading, y'all will be settled. Y'all ate and laying down somewhere. Get away from my door. Sir? Let's get some messages from the Wisdom Oracle. I do appreciate y'all taking your time listening. So we have chaos and conflict. Yeah, this group was the source of a lot of chaos and conflict in the past, right? They are the source of chaos and conflict. A group that you once celebrated with, a group that you once, you smoked with, all right? We just keeping it 100 on this channel, all right? And somebody that you cared for, somebody you used to kick you with, okay? Created a lot of chaos and conflict, all right? Because you may be someone multiracial, multi-ethnicity, multicultural, okay? Somebody tried to trick you, or they played with you, okay? They pretended to be your friend. Yeah, this person is not for you. This Knight of Cups, this person that you kicked it with, all right? So this could be somebody's current situation. There's somebody you currently are kicking it with This is a Knight of Cups. Somebody you smoke with, somebody you hang out with. This person is not for you, okay? Because they were the source of a lot of chaos and conflict, all right? You're not for the mind games. This person played mind games with you. For whatever reason, okay, they saw you, a hybrid, as a threat. You're not for the games. You're not playing with these people. You're not playing with this person. Somebody in the industry, there could be someone you know in the industry, they're wanting to take a leap of faith, or they're reminiscing about you, okay? Or they're hoping, okay, to reconnect with you, or they're hoping to heal, right? This is the come to the edge. She's looking forward, but she's looking back, right? So this is like there's somebody reminiscing, all right? Thinking about you, curious about you, wondering about your tribe, wondering about your stability, wondering about your family. This could be an Aquarius, or you could be an Aquarius, okay? Don't have to be. Don't get it mixed up. It's just the energy, right? We are in the age of Aquarius. Somebody pulling on my sacral right now as I'm speaking. They're tugging. But yeah, there is somebody. This person could be 36. You could be 36. They could be 33. You could be 33. You could be a life path 6, okay? We have 33 and then we have 6. So 66 could be significant. And then we have, I'm getting up 369. Okay, somebody could be a Nikola Tesla fan like myself, using the 369 method of manifestation. Okay. Somebody's trying to manifest you back. What time is it? So somebody could be doing something at 3, 6, and 9. Okay. Trying to manifest you back. If you feel any sort of tugging or stuff on your sacral or your solar plexus around that time, somebody's trying to manifest you, okay? Or they're trying to connect to you, okay? They want you to heal them. They want you to help them. I do have my own LLC. I do have my own, I do readings and stuff, but these people have really tried to limit, okay, and block me with a bunch of BS, okay, out of jealousy, out of hate, vengeful, spite, just nasty energies, karmic energies who still living in darkness, unable to heal because they have a contract with a jinn spirit, okay? But this person is reminiscing about you, okay? You're the star empress in their life. They see you as the star. And this person may be a part of your soul group, okay, who's curious, all right? This could be somebody a part of your tribe. If you have not met your tribe yet, all right, this could be somebody who's investigating you or curious, all right, or asking questions, all right? Regeneration, okay? They're trying to figure out, somebody is like, trying to figure out how to regenerate. All right. So somebody, don't worry. Okay. If you're trying to figure out how you're going to regenerate your stability, maybe you experienced a major loss behind something, or maybe even with the economy. Okay. With these tariff trade wars. Okay. Maybe you lost a lot. Okay. Or you took a major financial hit. This doesn't just necessarily have to be, behind slander, lies, gossip, or rumors. This could just be economic wise. All right. So it's like right now this could also be you, Empress. Okay. You're in the process, or you're being encouraged to develop a strategy. Okay. Investigate, research. All right. Research your tribe, research new means of regenerating your finances. Okay. After you experienced a heavy loss behind this chaos and conflict from the past, right? So you're regenerating. You're regenerating. For some of you, you're going to be reconnecting. You're going to be meeting your tribe, all right? You're going to be stable moving forward. Somebody tried to say that you regenerated, that you are a part of a group that regenerates using the essence, okay, of a child. Y'all are sick. And that's all I'm going to say. Somebody, that's how y'all is. Y'all need help. Please get help. Because baby, if I was that people, the people who are investigating me know, okay, I ain't up here stealing life essence. You shouldn't be doing that mess either. There's consequences to that. But somebody's curious about your history. Somebody's curious about your background. Somebody's curious about your stability. Somebody's curious how you keep on regenerating, how you keep on overcoming, how you healed from some sort of loss you experienced, some sort of nightmare you went through. Somebody's curious how you did this, how you regenerated your energy, your stability. Watch out, baby. Could be somebody a part of your tribe, family, okay? They won't drink out their bowl. They come to my table and drink from the cup of water I got sitting here by my crystals. Say, I want some camera time too, mama. You're blessed despite the loss. You're blessed despite, this came out over loss. You're blessed despite the loss you endured. That's why you're receiving this Ace of Pentacles. That's why you receive these divine, that's why you have these divine gifts. You were blessed with these divine gifts, okay? Because of the loss that you experienced at the hands of this group conflict. That's why the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor through every major karmic event that you experienced. Because they tried to block your Ace of Pentacles. They tried to block your divine gifts. They tried to block your enthusiasm, your ideas, your project. Okay? They tried to sabotage you. Okay? They thought by blocking you, it would cause you to self-sabotage. Okay? It would cause you to self-destruct. Empress. They thought if they did this, it would cause you to, well, you get the picture. But Empress, you're a leader. And you're a leader. But there was a group of leaders, people who experimented on you. They created this chaos and conflict because they wanted to isolate you in order to experiment on you, to see if they affected your stability, how would you react? If they affected you mentally, emotionally, financially, physically, how would you react? What would you do? You were an experiment for this group. And that's why the Wheel of Fortune will always turn in your favor. And you will always forever be blessed. Because what they did caused extreme loss and PTSD. You're an angel, Empress. This fell out. You're an angel. They experimented on an angel, someone who was sent to guide them, support them, help them, and protect them. They abused you. An angel. And that's the truth. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Until next time, peace, love, and light, collective.